Hi there everyone, it's me again here, Timmy64. Of course, me here as you're probably not watching this video. Today I want to do now a review on a PlayStation 1 game, which I never actually did a review on a PlayStation 1 game if you've been on my channel for long enough. And the game is now NASCAR Rumble, as you can now just probably see by now on the little title screen. So I'm now gonna go into review on NASCAR Rumble. Basically, let's see. I first actually want to go into a game. Basically, I'm describing it as a game that I notice isn't really much. It's really much of a hidden gem if you'd probably consider it, because I don't think there is a lot of people who've pretty much played NASCAR Rumble. But anyways, I'm gonna go into the review on this game. So what does NASCAR Rumble try to do? Well, you're about to find out. So, released by EA and also developed by EA Redwood Shores in February 3rd of 2000, we got greeted, well, not me, but, people got greeted by, of course, NASCAR Rumble. So, yeah, I just found it very strange that this game was released very, almost late into the PS1's lifespan, because at this point everybody was probably pre-ordering already like a PlayStation 2. People were getting ready for the PS2 to come out, and yeah. So what does this do? Well, it's basically a, of course, racing game. Keep in mind, I'm also, of course, running this on an emulator as usual. I was running this on DuckStation, if you guys are curious. Oh, I'm playing this game also at its native resolution. So yeah, keep in mind of that. So yeah, this game was made by EA Redwood Shores and was published by EA, which I find a bit fascinating actually, because of course EA is known for FIFA, Need for Speed, and of course Burnout, and also Battlefield as well. So this was one of their game franchises they also abandoned besides Burnout. So what does it try to do, if you may ask me? Well, basically, this was meant to, if I could describe it, it would be more like Mario Kart if it actually had more destruction, and it was a complete chaotic thing, and also if it had NASCARs. Think of this as Mario if he had a bunch of NASCARs he had in his garage. So yeah, it's very interesting story for this game. And let's go to more detail on this game. So also, I want to go over the controls. The controls are simple. X is used to, of course, accelerate. The triangle button can be used to reset the vehicle. And also, the square button can be used to brake, or one can be used to look what's behind you, such as other rivals, or two can be used to use your power up, and the L1 button can be used to change the view of your camera. So yeah, and also the analog stick can also be used to steer your car, unless you actually had an analog stick, because unless you didn't have one, you'd probably have to use a D-pad in order to do so. And if you are actually using a analog DualShock controller, you can pretty much just use the D-pad to actually do your horn, which isn't really useful at the end of the day. But also next is also the handling of the vehicles. The handling of the vehicles, it's really, how may I put this way, an awkward way I describe it. They're not bad or anything. It just reminds me more of the awkward feeling of the Vanishing Point, because this game doesn't rely heavily on its game engine. It reminds me of the physics from Midnight Club 3, and also maybe a mix of Burnout Legends for the Nintendo DS. So yeah, that's all I could possibly say for the handling. It's not necessarily bad or anything, but overall, I'm sure most people would probably get used to eventually the handling after, a few, minutes or hours of playing the game. Next is also the environment, and maybe I'll also go over the draw distance. Now, of course, this game was, of course, only released on the PlayStation 1, making it a PS1 exclusive. But anyways, so the environment, it's not bad actually. It looks quite good. I do kind of like the reflections on the tunnels they actually did. The lighting is quite good actually. The draw distance is actually quite impressive. Most PS1 games did only had blocky type draw distance, meaning you'd actually expose blocks that were actually still being loaded, and also maybe there would have been fog. But with this game, I'm really impressed. They actually tried loading in an actual map, which that attempt was actually quite good. I'm not gonna lie. I really respect that EA Redwood actually did a good job on doing this. And sadly, EA Redwood nowadays is mostly just bankrupt after they've gone defunct after 2017. But by this game, I'm not really surprised about that. So yeah, and also on top of that is mostly the ratings I saw for this game. IGN gave this game a 8 out of 10. Not bad, not bad. I'd say okay, maybe I would probably agree. And there's also a few other reviews, such as somebody also doing I may put this way, a rating. Also, it was 7.75 out of 10. Not bad rating. Also, there were some others such as a 3.5 stars, 4.5 stars, or either 4 stars. So, meaning this game did actually get some decent reviews by most of the people who played it. So, yeah, it got mostly good reviews, and yeah, it's a pretty good actually PS1 game. If I could describe it, I'd describe it as Burnout 2, Midnight Club 3, and Mario Kart if I actually had to put them into a PS1. Well, not necessarily as similar to Crash Nitro Kart in this case, but yeah, it's overall a good PS1 game. So now it's also fun the time. Is this worth actually visiting? Is this game actually worth getting nowadays in 2026? Well, let's see. If you're looking for a game which just is a NASCAR game and you don't want to even feel like racing on a NASCAR track and just want some power ups, yes, I would recommend this game. If you want a hidden gem on the PS1 or you're a PS1 enthusiast, I would suppose you can also get this game. So yeah, it's pretty much a decent game. And then remember, if you just enjoyed this video, just make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Goodbye.